What's up, everybody? Go Element Auto Works. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is, I guess on Instagram. If I put this on Instagram, you can like and share that crap too. Whatever. Go ahead and add me on your Instagram as well. But listen, check it out. Oh yeah, Instagram is Widebody CL500 if you didn't know, and my YouTube is Go Element Auto Works. All right, that's 3 words. Go Element Auto Works. All right. So what we have here is that 2004 CL500. So I had the failing front ABC pump, the tandem pump that controls the suspension, and the power steering. Power steering still worked, the suspension did not. There was a major leak coming out of the front where the pulley is. The seal had failed, maybe the bearings had failed. And so there you go, didn't work. So what I did is I bought a used ABC tandem pump from a 2003 CL500, and guess what? I installed it the other day and it works just fine. Perfect. No leaks, no issues. Suspension works. The problem now, though, is what I had suspected. The rear passenger side strut is not holding pressure, so it probably has failed. I raised the whole car up. It's always leaning further in the back, but more on the passenger rear side. That's indicative to me that the strut probably is the problem. Now, if it was a valve block, you would have the raising and the lowering, allowing fluid to go past or come out of the strut back into the system, and it wouldn't close. You would have that constant up and down issue. But I don't have that. I just have this rear corner that just stays low. It won't pressurize. So likely it's the strut itself. As I raise the car up to its highest level, it raises up a little bit, but it's still not where it should be. Every other wheel is higher than this one in the rear. So like I thought it probably was, is that rear strut needs to be replaced. And that's not a hard thing to do. I mean, heck, I've been doing coilover conversions for how many years now? So I'm usually not a fan of maintaining an ABC system, but I am with this one. Just because I already have converted CL55 and the converted SL500, I don't have to convert this one. It's not really necessary. I'll probably just maintain the system until I decide to either sell it or keep it. Now, if I keep it and it starts having a whole lot more issues, then yeah, I'll switch it over to yellow speed racing, coilovers. Why not? But for the time being, just keep it, keep the ABC system. Keep the ABC system. So that's what's up. That's the latest update. I can even show you guys if I go ahead and raise it up to its highest setting, because right now it's at its lowest setting. And I'll show you what the rear is doing. So right here, 1, 2. It raises no problem. But the front raises excessively, as it should, but the rear does not. Let me come on this side and show you what I'm talking about. See, it rolls a little bit, but that's only because the driver's side rolls cause the passenger side to rise, and the front rolls. So it causes this to come up a little bit, but still, it's not holding pressure. And I can tell when I'm driving it, I'm hearing a little bit of noise in the back. So that's probably a blown bladder or whatever in that strut that I'm hearing. And it's just not holding pressure, allowing it to, the suspension to compress more than it should. So, and when the car raises up, like if I hit a big dip and the car lifts in the rear, I got that ding. It's not when I hit bumps. It's when the car raises too much because of an imperfection in the road, and I'm getting that ding. So I think it's recognizing that there's no pressure in that rear corner. So got to get that taken care of. But let me tell you, was it hard to do the tandem pump removal and install? Now, let me tell you this, it was easier in the SL than it was in the CL. That was surprising to me. I figured I have more space in my CL, but it was years since I had done a coilover conversion on the CL, so I just thought I had more space. I thought I could really get to it up underneath, but I couldn't. In the SL, I was able to do a lot of the work from the underside. The bolts that were hard to get to, I had easier access in the SL than I did the CL. There's no reason other than catching stuff that might fall. There's no reason really to remove the underside the under panels of this car. I had the driver's front wheel off. I had it lifted up high in the air. I had all the underside stuff removed for no reason. You can't access anything from up underneath. Everything's on top. Now, I can do it again and do it faster because I know what I'm looking for, and I know, I kind of learned some tricks on how to access certain things and remove certain things, but your hands will get cut up. I'm right-handed, so my right hand got tore up. I got all kind of cuts and scratches. But I was able to get that pump up out of there and swap it out with another one. I did all this work myself. How much did that pump cost me? Well, a used 03 CL500 pump cost me $300. Now, some people would have went with the aftermarket or the remanufactured ones. I don't know, I was scared. There's a difference between the pumps for the CL600 and then the standard CL500 and CL55. And also like the SL500. I'm not sure about the S class, but these pumps are not all the same. The inlets are turned different. Their angles are different. You can make it work, I'm sure, on some of them, maybe, I don't know, but I just know I wanted to make sure I got the right pump, and I was afraid to go with a remanufactured that didn't clearly identify what car it goes to, because some of those descriptions say it goes for all those cars, and they don't. There's a difference between the SL and the CL and the S class. So you better know what you're buying before you buy it. I was afraid to take that risk. So I bought a used one. And it's working. All right, no problem at all, it's working. I just gotta fix that strut. I knew that was gonna be a problem. I knew if I decided to save this system that strut was gonna have to be replaced. Yeah, whatever, but guess what? I spent $300 and did the work myself. All right. And so what is that strut gonna cost me? I don't know. I'm gonna buy a used one probably. Should I buy a used one? I mean, the whole car is used, why not? I be trying to be cheap, man. I need to work on that. I need to work on myself. But I'll see what the price difference is, and I'll see what everybody else is buying. What do you guys buy? Do you guys buy remanufactured, used? Do you go to R-Not? I mean, where do you get your struts from if you're trying to maintain your ABC system? But that definitely has to be swapped out. Because I think I would be also adding unnecessary stress to the system if I keep a blown strut installed on this car, because the system will constantly try to correct itself, and it's going to overpressurize to try to compensate for the deficiency in the rear. So it's pretty urgent that I replace that. I shouldn't drive this car around, not like this. That's going to cause more damage. Might have been why that pump blew. Just trying to overpressurize. There is oftentimes a problem with the system overpressurizing, trying to compensate for failure. So you need to know that. So take that into consideration. Major problem fixed. One more to go. For those who have watched my previous videos on this car, I had issues with the window. That's fixed. How did I fix it? It was something going on in the door jamb, the wires that run through. So that fixed. I got that fixed. I did that myself. Also, with the issue that she was having, the previous owner, with the battery and these windows not going up all the way, water, got in the inside of that, so you get corrosion. It was like that over here too. I had corrosion on the inside of here that I had to fix, and that was causing some issues, some inconsistent, functioning. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And then, of course, I fixed this right here by removing the key card finder module, whatever. I removed that, and it caused that to stop constantly activating when the car was off, draining the battery. So those were three things that I fixed. Still having an issue though with the alarm. Like if I lock the car, my alarm activates. So it's noticing it drains somewhere. And it could be the pneumatic system, like the doors, because this bladder is blown in this door, in my driver's door, where it just hisses. It doesn't soft suction close. That one was soft suctioning until I adjusted the door and slammed it too many times, trying to fix one problem, then some, whatever. So you can hear right now, it's hissing right now. Like it keeps trying to close itself, I guess, or whatever. It's obviously a blown leak in an open line on this door. This one was working. until I adjusted it and closed it too many times. Then I stopped getting that to work. I don't know. So I'm not really worried about the soft suction. Not so much. Close the door, it closes. I'm not really, you know. My other cars have soft suction and it works, so I'm cool. But I do have to figure out why the fog lights come on. So the alarm comes on. It's not an audible alarm. Probably that battery that goes to that little alarm is probably dead. So that's probably why it's not audible, I assume. But the flashing of the fog lights, they come on. So something's causing the alarm to activate. Now, if I hit the button twice, it goes away. But the first time I hit it, 90% of the time, my fog lights will flash like the alarm is on. I guess my tail lights will probably light up too. So it goes into alarm mode. Hit the lock button again, it goes away. So that's another issue I have to figure out. But that's cool. Pretty much it, man. It's a good car. Glad I bought it. And I'll do that rear strut. And I'll post and make sure, you know, once I make sure that fixed the issue, then I'll repost my results. Until then, I'll holler. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Like, share, and subscribe.